You know, finding a product to sell on Amazon might not be very difficult, but being 100% certain that that's the product that you should be launching, well, that's where most sellers hesitate. So if you are one of those sellers, in this video today, I'm going to show you a 4-step process, step by step, in order to find but also validate whether or not you should be selling whatever product you are finding to sell on Amazon. By the way, we also created a handy dandy downloadable PDF guide that accompanies this video. You'll find it linked. You can download it for free, linked in the description box of this video. Are you ready? Let's get started. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Crystal and I'm the founder of Amazon Sellers Society and Sellers Society. We are an Amazon certified service provider and we focus primarily on Amazon in the MENA region, Amazon UAE, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, as well as Turkey. And since the beginning of Amazon in the Middle East, we've now supported thousands of sellers to launch their own products on Amazon in the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and the markets where I just mentioned. So with that being said, let me get started with my 4-step process, starting off with analyze market demand with tools. Yes, tools. Look, you can go about any business manually or maybe just launching and seeing what happens, basically taking a risk. But there are tools that can help you make better decisions. Hold on. A tool cannot make a decision on your behalf, but a tool can provide you data and information so that you can make a better informed decision. So if you are a fan of this channel, and if you're not, you need to subscribe right now and like this video while you're at it. But if you are a fan of this video, of this channel, then you know that I constantly talk about one main tool for product research as well as keyword research called Helium 10. Helium 10 is arguably the top performing tool for all Amazon sellers. And yes, Helium 10 is available for sellers in the UAE and right now also in Saudi Arabia. If you want to enroll in Helium 10, we have a 20% discount code for your first 6 months, a value of a savings of $120. You'll find also the link to register to Helium 10 with the discount code linked in the description box of the video. So let's get started. So for this step, I'm going to separate it into 2 separate sections. Let's say you already have a product idea. You already found the product, but we need to validate it. So in this case, we're going to utilize Magnet, which you were going to find under keyword research. Now, however, on the other hand, you've got no idea. You have absolutely no clue what to sell on Amazon. So in this case, we're going to be utilizing Black Box. But let's get started with number 1. You have a product idea. We want to validate it. So we're going to click on Magnet. What does Magnet do? It's a tool that helps us assess search volume of these search words that customers are using. Remember, Amazon is a search-based platform, meaning customers are logging in and they type in the keyword that follows the product that they want to buy, which basically means if you want to sell a product that nobody is searching for or the main keywords for that product have very low demand, then the product doesn't have enough customers and that would not be a fit for Amazon. But what we want to find is a product. So if you watch videos on this channel, I always use one main example for all my videos, and that's water bottle. I know, pretty boring, but it works. So I'm going to utilize, let me think, I want to sell a water bottle as an example. Pretty saturated, I know, but I'm just using it as an example. So water bottle, and I'm going to click on get keywords. Ideally, what I want is 2 main things. Number 1, I want more than just 1 main keyword. So I'm looking for 3 to 5 really good keywords that I could be selling under as a seller. And number 2, I want those keywords to have more than 300 search volume in the UAE. That's a good sweet spot for sellers selling in the UAE. Definitely different markets, different criteria. Now, with that being said, as you can see, Magnet has found 1,246 keywords. Now, those are not direct water bottle keywords. Of course, they are general keywords. Sometimes they're not really that relevant or very loosely relevant. When you are doing research, you don't want to just find broad keywords. You want to find keywords that can be very valid for your product. So what we're looking for is, remember, search volume. So we're going to click on search volume right here in order to get highest to lowest. And we're just going to check. And as you can see, the first keyword, water bottle, which is kind of a difficult keyword because it might be the reusable water bottle, but it might be an actual water bottle that comes with water, you know, the one that you buy from the supermarket or any shop. But still, it has a significantly high search volume of 5,139 searches per month. Other keywords are branded keywords like the Owala and Stanley Hydro Flask. Those would not be keywords that you would want to leave because those are branded keywords. They are for the brand themselves. But here we've got stainless steel water bottle, thermos, maybe not, water bottle kids. But all in all, we've got enough keywords, and obviously this is a product that has good demand, not bad of a product, but if you go a little bit deeper, which we're going to look at in the next steps, it is somewhat of a saturated product. So don't sell water bottles. Now, the other way, if you don't actually have a product that you want to sell, then we're going to be utilizing a black box. Black box, as you saw, is under the product research a scoop of tools for Helium 10. And in black box, you can research and find direct products or keywords. Now, you can utilize, well, you have to select the market, Amazon.ae. The easiest way would be to start with the simple filters, because now you're going to tell it, okay, I just want products under the home category. Do they need a lot of improvement? Well, actually, no. I just put some. Is it very competitive? I want medium competition. Price range, I don't really care. I'm going to leave everything as is, and then I'm going to click on search. Now, as you can see, I've got some ideas. Right here, I can see the BSR, the sales. Well, monthly sales is a little bit low because I didn't say how much sales I want. Let me just click to get the highest to lowest. Yeah, there we go. So a mop bucket, laptop table, so a lot of different products and a lot of metrics that you can see. You can see the BSR for the main category. You can see the price, how many units they're selling, what is the monthly revenue, and a lot of different metrics as well. So now I have an idea of a product, but once I have an idea, I have to go back to Magnet to try to figure out, is there enough demand versus the criteria that we talked about before? Are there several keywords, and do those keywords have a 300 search volume? Now, you might be asking, well, if the product is already selling very well, then of course it has demand. Not really. It might be a brand that you don't know but is very well known. Maybe the seller is doing a lot of advertising externally to Amazon, so they're able to push a lot of customers in. It's best to utilize Magnet. It's best to check always on the search volume of the keywords. So let's get back to Magnet, because I have one thing to show you, which also comes into step number 2 of our process. Step number 2 in our process: validate with local market trends. First and foremost, local market trends. I'm going to show you how you can validate. I've got some really good ideas. But before that, let's look at how we can validate through Helium 10. So remember, we saw the search volume. Let's go back to highest to lowest. Remember, we saw the search volume. But what we can do is we can click here and see on the historical demand for the search volume. Because remember, we want to validate not only the demand, we want to validate if this is a seasonal product or not. So as you can see, we're looking at over the past year, the product constantly has demand. But obviously, through certain times of the year, and this is in August, probably because of the back to school season, we see an incredible increase in demand, and obviously also it's summer, but for the rest of the year, it's still acceptable demand. So I wouldn't say this is a seasonal product, and yes, of course, it's valid that it has constant demand. However, from the month of July to August, this product, or even the September probably, this product sees a big influx in demand, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, let's continue with the concept of validation. And to validate, you need to read the market a little bit, specifically if this is a product that you're not familiar with, or specifically if you are new to selling in the entire region. So you don't want to rely on your personal information. You really do want to try to assess the data, to try to understand and to assess market demand. So here are 3 websites that I would suggest that you check. Website number 1, Think with Google. Yes, this is a Google website and it gives you consumer insights and retail category demand. The site gives data-backed articles on buying behaviors as well as things of seasonality nature. So you will know before Ramadan what is spiking, before back to school what is spiking. So if you're looking to launch seasonal products, this could be a really good website. Website number 2, Trend Watching. Yes, this is a Middle East consumer trends website. You can filter insights by region or search tags like Middle East, Gen Z, sustainability, and try to find trending products or trends that you can embrace and make sure that whatever product you want to sell is within those trends as well. And finally, local news and lifestyle portals such as Loving Dubai, Arabian Business, and my favorite, abouther.com. You can read articles and see what is happening in the region and understand the trends best. This part of the product research journey is to make sure that you're not going against certain trends, and also you can utilize all of these resources to potentially find trending products that you can then go back to step number 1 and validate. Now, before I continue to step number 3, we actually help hundreds of sellers every single year launch their products on Amazon by supporting them with product research, sourcing, and everything in between. If you think you need our help and support, we'd love and be honored to work with you. Make sure that you check out our website, www.assmiddleeast.org, book a call with the team and understand a little bit more about our services. Step number 3, study competitors and reviews. Now, before you move on to finding suppliers and looking at products that you should sell, you need to understand a little bit more about your competitors and read their reviews. This is absolutely great, and that's one of the many reasons as to why I love Amazon. You have data at your fingertips. This is going to be a little bit more time consuming for me to explain to you. That's why I added all of the information in our downloadable PDF, which I urge you to please download. It is free. So I'll show you exactly what we do in order to check reviews and how we create like a step-by-step process to validate the reviews and try to understand who the customer avatar is. But essentially what you need to do is you need to do the work of diving into the reviews of your competitors to try to understand if you can maybe create a more valuable product by bundling, or what are the things that people really like about the product so that you can get those features in your product and highlight them within your listing when you create it. Step number 4, most importantly, is to calculate your profitability. And I talk about this all the time, but let's discuss why this is important. At the end of the day, this is a business. Of course, when you launch a new product on Amazon, yes, you are launching something new, so your costs are going to be higher. But at the end of the day, you need to know what your costs are. You need to know Amazon's costs, and you need to know potentially how much money you can make. And you can do this prior to searching for suppliers or at the same time. And again, you can utilize Helium 10. So going back to Helium 10, but this time we're going to use Helium 10 that you can download in your Chrome extension as a Chrome extension. So right now I'm in this page, a product. Let's assume that we want to sell something very similar to it. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to select Profitability Calculator. Now, based on all of the details and specs of this product, including the current selling price of this product, the seller is doing a gross margin, even though here it says net, but it is actually a gross margin because it doesn't take into consideration ads, which is a very important which is a very important cost rather on Amazon. The gross margin is 57%. But with that being said, I can know exactly what are the fees of this product to a certain point, and I can figure out what should be my manufacturing cost if I wanted to get a certain amount of margins. Let's reconfigure this. Let me say that I want to actually be competitive. I want to sell the product at 50 dirhams. These are the dimensions of the product. Great. The unit manufacturing cost, I'm going to remove all shipping. I'm going to say I'll be able to get this for 10 dirhams shipped, prepped, ready to sell. Basically ship it from China or whatever is the country of origin directly to the Amazon warehouse, all inclusive. Per unit, it's going to be 10 dirhams. So the FBA is going to be 8 dirhams based on the size of the product. It's not going to change no matter what the size is. And the referral fee, according to here, is 5 dirhams. But let's just double check and confirm. I'm going to actually put it under the kitchen category. So that's 12%. So I'm selling it at 15 dirhams. So it's going to be 6 dirhams. Now I know if I get the product at 10 dirhams, if I'm able to secure it at 10 dirhams, then my margin, my gross margin is 51.84%, which is absolutely wonderful, even if I were to add on top of that some additional costs like advertising. That's if I'm going to be able to do it. Now I can research and find suppliers. And if I do end up finding a supplier that's giving me, for example, a cost of 20 dirhams, I can just come back here and see, does that work? Is it still within my acceptable margin or not? And there you go. This is my step-by-step guide so that you can find and validate a product to sell on Amazon. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave me your comments in the comment section below. I'll see you in another video with